Welcome to Skinny Dipping, a YouTube channel about all things skin and lifestyle. My name is Mhari Aurora. I'm a journalist based in the UK and I'm on a mission to find the best ways to deal with sensitive skin so that you can feel the best in your skin. Please like this video and subscribe to this channel and follow me on Instagram at DermaGirlMhari. Are you gone? You still here? Hi everyone, welcome back to Skinny Dipping. Thanks for joining me. Now today I wanted to make a video about seborrheic dermatitis. It's a skin condition that I personally have struggled with since I was about 17, so almost 10 years now. Now I know that there are people out there who struggle with seborrheic dermatitis just like I do, so I thought why not make a video about it to explain a little bit about what it is and the ways that I kind of manage it without medications and things like that. So before we get started, please make sure that you like this video if you enjoy it, and also please subscribe to my channel. I'm doing loads and loads of videos, anything about skin, sensitive skin, skin conditions, skin allergies, or products for even things like hair or beauty, but in relation to sensitive skin. So that's my kind of overarching theme for the channel. I'd really love it if you could share this channel with anyone you think it might be useful to. Just before I get started, now do remember I'm not a doctor, I am not a dermatologist, I'm just somebody who suffered with these skin conditions for many years and have figured out ways to manage it myself. Something might be amazing for me but maybe not work for you, or vice versa. So always with any product I ever recommend or suggest to use, always do a patch test, wait 24 hours and then use the product, only if you don't get a reaction, because we can all be allergic to the most random things, okay? Now, to start with, I thought I would just show you, some people often say, oh, you know, you don't have a skin condition, look at you look fine, no one can see anything, Now, with me personally, with my seborrheic dermatitis, the majority of it is on my scalp. So it means that, you know, in some ways I'm lucky, I suppose, because people can't see it very often, but at the same time it can be really frustrating. It makes it very difficult in terms of the kind of hair creams, hair products I use, shampoos, conditioners, leave-in conditioners, all those kinds of things. And my face as well is very sensitive. So with my seborrheic dermatitis, there are kind of ups and downs. So sometimes it will flare up and other times it will be really calm and kind of almost non-existent. I'm not going to say non-existent because that's just not my life. But yeah, so it can kind of be really up and down. Now, me personally, my skin is very much linked to my mental health, my stress levels, my happiness, all those kinds of things. So when I'm feeling really stressed, or if I've got a big deadline or whatever it might be, often my skin condition, my seborrheic dermatitis, will flare up and it will get more sore and more red and it will spread onto my face. So when I do have it on my face, it normally spreads onto my forehead, around my eyebrows, kind of the sides of my nose here. I have actually, when it's been really bad, I have actually had it on my neck and stuff, but that's quite rare. So it depends on how stressed I am and how I'm dealing with my stress. So I would say if you're having any kind of skin troubles, it's probably likely it's going to be linked to your mental health, your happiness, your stress. Not to say that you can just kind of, oh, be happy one day and it'll be gone, but it's good to be aware that it's linked often to your mental health and your stress levels. So I started to try and make sure that I manage my stress levels. I try and stay as zen as possible. Obviously, it's not always easy. It's very difficult, to be honest, but I try, and I notice that the more zen I am, the more calm, the more I kind of just let things go, don't try and control everything, don't try and worry about things, my skin does improve. So it is very much linked to stress, worry, anxiety, and all those kinds of things. But in the meantime, I'm going to tell you the kinds of ways that I manage it. Now, I just want to show you, because I know there are going to be people who say, oh, you know, look at you, you don't look like you've got anything, you're obviously lying. Okay, I'm not lying. I'm just going to show you an example of where my seborrheic dermatitis flares up and then the kind of aftermath. So if you can see on my head here, there's a patch kind of lighter than the rest of my head, and there's a few patches here, there's a few patches here. So like I said, because my seborrheic dermatitis is normally on my scalp, and then when it does spread it goes kind of like top down almost, and because obviously I have brown skin, so when skin, you know, it flares up, it goes red and then it might flake off. When it flakes off, the skin underneath is lighter because I'm normally tanned, you know, I've just been on holiday or whatever it might be. I'm normally quite tanned. You know, I tan, even in the UK, I tan really easily, very quickly. So I'm kind of constantly tanned throughout the year, which means that when the fresh skin is kind of revealed underneath, it's always lighter because obviously it hasn't been exposed to the sun. And that's the thing that I normally get the most self-conscious about, is the fact that, okay, yes, it might be red, but actually, to be honest, the lighter patches on my face stand out more against my skin than when the flare-up is actually in motion, when it's all red. Because when it's got red patches, they're slightly less noticeable on my skin tone. But when they go paler, once the skin has actually just completely died, basically, and fallen off, then it's actually much more noticeable. Now, I totally understand that skin conditions and seborrheic dermatitis and things like these are very, very personal. Some people will have a less severe version, some people will have a more severe version. We're all very, very different. And also, you know, depending on the seasons as well, or depending on the weather, depending on our stress levels, depending on our job, depending on our kids, our age, everything, you know, it's such a huge kind of all-encompassing topic. But I'm just going to get straight in now and tell you the products that I've found so far that work for me and that have really helped me manage my seborrheic dermatitis, so that it's actually improved, but also so that I don't have to be constantly using medication, because I don't feel like I like to be reliant on medication, especially when it's not something like life or death, you know? Okay, so to kick off with, when I'm, you know, taking my makeup off, or I'm cleansing my face or whatever, it might sound really basic, but for me, I'm allergic to a lot of different wipes, a lot of different cleansers. It's an absolute nightmare. And I found a few things that work for me. So these are just some examples. I have loads of different skin products, and loads of them work for me and loads of them don't. So these aren't all of the skin products I'm using. I've just chosen a little sample of everything that I use. So, for example, I use these, you know, simple wipes, okay? I don't know if you can see that. Really, really plain and simple. There's nothing complicated about simple wipes, but they work for me, okay? I never ever have a reaction to these wipes. They never bring me out in a rash. I never get any redness. I never get any tingling, any soreness, and I get a lot of tingling and soreness from a lot of different facial wipes. So it might sound really basic, it might be surprising, but to me, those are the best wipes for me. So if I'm taking my makeup off, or if I'm waking up in the morning and I'm being super lazy and I want to cleanse really, really quickly and I can't be bothered to do the whole shebang, I will literally just use those and they never give me a reaction. Now, the other thing is, when I use toners, I use loads of different toners. I sometimes just get like rose water from the supermarket. It's like super cheap and it's really good for your skin. But something that I've really gotten into recently, was actually a friend of mine who got me into this, is the Sukin toner spray. Now, I don't know if you can see that there, but it's an Australian brand and it's Original Hydrating Mist Toner. It's chamomile and rose, and like I said, rose water is amazing for your skin, so I love anything with rose in, because rose water never irritates my skin. It's really nice, it smells lovely, it's very calming, and obviously it's got chamomile in as well, and that's very calming. So I try and go for kind of very stripped back, simple ingredients, or ingredients that are known to kind of calm down my face. My next product is an Aveeno product. If you know me, you know I love Aveeno, okay? So this is a cream that I always use. I use it day and night. I'm obsessed with it. It's called Aveeno Lotion. Really simple. It's moisturising lotion with active colloidal oatmeal for dry and sensitive skin. Also suitable for people who are prone to eczema. Now, I love Aveeno because it actually does a good job. There are so many products out there that say that they're for sensitive skin, or say that they're for eczema prone skin, and they don't do a good job. They leave my skin dry, or they leave my skin sore, or they leave my skin super oily. For me, this cream is the one, okay? This is the most effective cream, face cream. I know it's not a face cream, but I use it as a face cream. This is the most effective cream I've ever used on my seborrheic dermatitis that I haven't been prescribed by a doctor. Okay, it might sound surprising, but honestly, it has really, really changed my life. I actually bought this cream so many years ago and I never used it. I think I used it once and I was like, oh, I don't like it, because it can be quite thick sometimes. And then it was about maybe 6 months later or a few months later, and I thought, oh, let's just give it another go. And then I used it for a few days and it really, really helped the flare-ups on my face. So I am religiously using this every morning and every night. And if I use it every morning and every night, my skin basically stays okay on my face. Obviously, my scalp's always a problem around my ears, but in terms of the seborrheic dermatitis kind of encroaching onto my face, it's much, much, much more rare. So this is for me the kind of dream cream. Honestly, it is so good. I can't tell you how good it is. Obviously, like I said, if it doesn't work for you, that's totally fine, but that's really what works for me. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about was shampoo, okay? If you have a skin condition on your scalp, okay, you know what it feels like to constantly be trying new shampoos or new hair creams or new hair products, and they always give you a rash, or they give you hives, or they just don't help you manage your scalp condition or your skin condition, so it ends up flaring up more often. Now, for me personally, it's not glamorous, it's really boring, and I wish I could use something that was really like, I don't know, pretty or like girly or had like a really pretty bottle. But honestly, this shampoo just does the job, okay? So it is a Head and Shoulders clinically proven solutions selenium sulfide scalp relief. So I'll just show you that so you can see the bottle for yourselves. But seriously, it does the job. So selenium sulfide is the kind of active ingredient in this shampoo, and that's what you want to be looking for if you've got seborrheic dermatitis on your head, okay? Selenium sulfide is one of those ingredients that really helps you to manage seborrheic dermatitis on your scalp, and this has been an absolute game changer for me. I wash my hair. I know people say you shouldn't wash your hair that often, but when you have seborrheic dermatitis, you've got to do what you got to do, and if you've got a flare up and it's really sore, you just have to do it. So I wash my hair with that, you know, as often or as little as I want to. It might be once a week, it might be twice a week. It depends on how my scalp is behaving and my stress levels and all those kinds of things. But for me, every time I have a flare up, I use that shampoo. But even when I don't have a flare up, or I might just have the littlest flare up, or it might be after a flare up but it hasn't fully, you know, healed and gone away, I use that shampoo all the time. It is really good. So I try and kind of manage it with this shampoo so that it never really gets out of hand, and it really has helped. So I've been using that shampoo for a good at least 4 years, maybe more, and that active ingredient of selenium sulfide makes all the difference. So if you've got seborrheic dermatitis like me and you're struggling to manage it and you're worried about, you know, constantly being on medications or ointments that your doctor's prescribed you, I'm not saying to stop any medication. Do not do anything that doesn't make you feel comfortable or that your doctor doesn't recommend. But personally, give this a go. It can't hurt to try the shampoo and see if it helps to calm your scalp down, and the Aveeno cream as well. Those two for me, okay? You know, the simple wipes, the Sukin, that's up to you. But these two are the most essential things in my skincare routine to manage my seborrheic dermatitis on my scalp, and then when it starts to encroach onto my face, okay? I would really love to hear any of your suggestions or comments on how you manage your seborrheic dermatitis. Now, obviously, I don't know everything there is to know about seborrheic dermatitis. Maybe there's a better cream out there. Maybe there's a better shampoo out there. I would love you to send me any recommendations or suggestions, but also, if you've tried these products before and they've worked for you, please let me know. Or if you haven't tried these products but you're wanting to, then please do get in touch as well. I would love to hear from you. Make sure that you like this video if you've enjoyed it. Thank you for watching Skinny Dipping, and also please make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel because I've got loads and loads of videos out there and loads more coming up all about skin, sensitive skin, skin allergies and skin conditions. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye. Skinny dipping.